Okay. All right. Good morning, millionaires.
I like to
Give me a replay if you're watching the replay. Let them know we in the house every single morning. Good Morning Millionaire comes through live and in full effect to help you go further, faster, with less effort. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's mindset, sometimes it's skill set, sometimes it's heart set. But we always gonna help you move up, you know. Share this training with somebody that you know what I mean. Especially if they're an entrepreneur. I want to remind you, this is a good time to check in. Like, rep your city. Let them know what kind of business you have. Let them know how it helps people in your life. We need to know that. You know what I mean? This is like free promotion right now. Shout yourself out. Big up yourself. It's Monday, baby. Thank God it's Monday. You know what I mean? Also, make sure you, I don't know. Like it, comment, share, subscribe. Right? Let them know we in the house on Instagram. Every morning when I leave the gym, I be saying all kinds of cool stuff. We call it Gems from the Gym. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's feeling good. Let them know we in the house. If you weren't on that last newsletter, you missed out. And that's okay. We still love you. But it is a fact you missed out. And if you're on the newsletter list and you ain't checked in on that joint yet, then I'm suggesting you do that now. What up, Corey? All right, let's get it. Good morning, millionaires. This is all you do. You see that? All you do is text message at MillMind to 81010. At MillMind to 81010. And then that puts you in the mix of action with the world's greatest text message system for personal development. You know, something else I'll do just in terms of shameless promotion, since I got a couple seconds to kind of chop it up with y'all. This is the perfect gift, man. You know what I mean? I should have said this as we was approaching Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying, Chanel? You know what I mean? Jim's in the house. What up? My man David Ruffin's in the house. All right, let's get in Nicole. My man Joseph Smith is in the house. Let's get it. Hey. All right. We about to get this party started. Make sure you join the text message system if you haven't yet. I got something real good for y'all this morning. I gotta believe you're gonna enjoy this. But big up yourself, man. Let them know what city you calling in from. We need to know where our peoples is, man. You know what I mean? We need to know where we got family at. All right. Y'all ain't here for my DJing. Let's get this joint going.
You have something special. You have greatness.
That's a fact.
Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the
That's
right
my
time.
big homie.
Because we're going to bring the millionaire out of the...
All right, let's get it. Share this with somebody you love. Please announce yourself. It's Rep Your City time. It's time for you to tell people what kind of business you have. We want to know, you know. If we know what kind of business you have, then we know how we can support you.
Please enter your thank you.
We want to be able to support you. You know what I'm saying? What kind of business do you have? It doesn't really matter what kind of business you have. I'm here to help you because I know that you're an expert. Even a homeless man is an expert at survival. You get what I mean? Like if you were to find yourself homeless, you could link up with one of the homeless people and they would tell you where to find good blankets, you know, where a good soup kitchen is, where you can find the finest crack in the... No, I'm just playing. That was a horrible joke, but it's Monday. Forgive me. You know what I mean? But my point is that they'll be able to help you find whatever you need. They are an expert in that particular field. Am I making sense? I just gave you such a stark example so that you can really recognize that everybody's an expert. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's an expert. And as an expert in your field, you got a whole lot to share. You know how to help people solve problems. You know how to get results. And you know your service is worth way more than what you're asking for. So why do people act so weird, right? Why are so many of your potential clients not signing up with you? Think about that. Think about that. Many entrepreneurs feel the same way, right? You get to describing your problems, you get to describing your products and services, and their eyes kind of glaze over. They start thinking about what's going on in that corner of the room, or when they got to be back to work. You tricked them into coming to Starbucks. They did not want a sales pitch. They get confused. They start politely detaching themselves from the conversation. Can I get a witness? Or you're the type of entrepreneur who's out here. You put all of this money into your services. You get all of this kind of like websites done, all of these marketing materials done, and nobody, buys anything. It doesn't quite pull in all the customers that you'd hoped it was going to pull in. When people ask me how to attract more clients, right? A lot of times what I discover with a quick little audit, don't take me being some kind of rocket scientist or something, but I'll do a quick little audit. And then what I'll figure out, y'all, is that there are kind of like a checklist of problems that you can look through and troubleshoot what's wrong with your marketing, right? If I look through your website, if I look through the emails you send your people, if I look through the blog post you put out, if I listen to your sales conversations, I guarantee you that there are some things that you could talk about that would get you better results. I don't know who you are, but I don't have to be a wizard to tell you exactly what you're thinking about right now. I don't have to be a wizard to tell you exactly what your customers are thinking about right now, what your mom is thinking about, what your siblings are thinking about. They're all thinking about themselves. So here are the three biggest problems that I see as it relates to people's marketing. Here's the first one, and why their marketing conversations don't make money, why their marketing materials don't make money, why the attitude that they distribute the marketing with doesn't help them make money. I'm about to make it real clear to you, y'all. You ready? Here we go. Problem number one, they focus on the process. They focus on the process. Somebody say, first problem is when you focus on the process with your marketing. Marketing problem number one is focusing on, I'll give you an easier way to type it. Can somebody say, I must focus on the benefits and give me a share? I must focus on the benefits and then give me a share. Check it out, y'all. I must focus on the benefits and give me a share. If a person wants to get married, right? And if they could do it, like let's just say this person wants to get married, right? All right. Now, if they could start that relationship with the perfect partner tomorrow without having to learn how to get phone numbers, without removing the habits and the emotional blockages that are holding them back from love, right? If they could do it without having to take action to meet the right people, would they do it? You know they would do it. What about if a person who feels heavy, tired, unattractive, what if they could become healthy, confident, and energetic without changing anything about their life, anything about their self-image, without overcoming any kind of health challenge that makes it hard for them to reach their desired weight? If they could get healthy without any of that, would they? Of course they would. If somebody could buy a home without having to deal with their debt, without having to deal with their utilization, without having to deal with their payment history, without having to fix their credit score, would they just get the house? Of course they would. I'm giving you these illustrations so that you understand that the process by which you create this incredible result is not your selling point. You want to focus on the benefits. You want to focus on the benefits. What they want is a result they're getting from the process. But a lot of people's marketing materials focuses on the process. That ain't what your clients actually want. You hear me? So when you're making your offer, be sure you are very illustrative. be sure that you are very flowery with the language that you use to describe the results they want way before you start talking about how we're going to get there. I must focus on the benefits. Here's the second one. You ready? Here's the second one. Here's the second one. You must make the, no, excuse me. I must make the benefits self-explanatory. Somebody give me that and then give me a share. I must make the benefits self-explanatory. See, like I said before, you're an expert at this point, right? You probably know all the jargon, all the industry phrases, you know, all the lexicon that makes you sound so brilliant, all these advanced concepts that they teach you as you rubbing shoulders in your field. But the trouble is, most of your clients don't have that knowledge. They don't know what the heck you're talking about. And if they can't immediately and easily understand the terminology you're using, that confusion is going to turn them off, not make them curious. You hear me? Same goes when you're getting all fancy and poetic with your phrasing, or you're trying to work your slogan in at the expense of clarity. Millionaires, be smart. Make it self-explanatory. If something sounds pretty or catchy, but it tells your clients nothing about how your product will improve their life, you're better off using that precious conversation time, using that precious space in your marketing materials to talk about something they actually care about, something they desire, something they'll understand. You hear what I'm saying to you? Listen, stop trying to be clever and start thinking like a journalist when you're writing this stuff out, when you're thinking about it. You know how a headline packs the most power into the shortest amounts of words? If you want to study how to write better marketing materials, next time you are in the supermarket, buy a tabloid. Buy a tabloid. Look at how they capture your interest with the headline. Look at how they talk to their clients, even with the ads inside a tabloid. Millionaires, if it sounds pretty and it sounds catchy, but we still don't get what you sell, you're blowing it. Here's the third one. I must demonstrate how this will affect my client's life. That's number three, and give me a share. That's the third one I got for you. Now we're going to give you some solution. But before we got there, I wanted to give you these three biggest problems that I see. And if I'm leaving one out, let me see it in the comments, right? Check it out. Millionaires, I must demonstrate how this affects my client's life. I must demonstrate how this affects my client's life. So to recap, I must focus on the benefits, right? I must make the benefits self-explanatory, right? And then somebody give me number three and a share. I must demonstrate how the product affects people's lives. I must demonstrate how the product affects people's lives. And if you think about it, this is kind of closely related to problem number one. Before somebody's ready to buy your product, before they're even really interested in hearing what it is you have to say, right? They want to know what it's going to do for them, right? They want to know what it's going to do for them. The effects of your product on your client's life are usually going to fall into two different categories. One, what problem will your client no longer have? What problem will your client no longer struggle with, right? When you're choosing what problems to talk about, remember, they should be self-explanatory. They should be important to the client, and it should focus on the results they want, right? So for example, if you're trying to get back to that married example, right? You're trying to get married, you're trying to find a perfect partner for yourself. Well, check it out. Subconscious mindsets and these patterns that kind of sabotage your relationship. That's a problem a lot of people have, but a lot of people don't even realize they have that problem, right? Also, fixing the problems in their mindset is only a means to the end they want, which is the loving, healthy, lasting, passionate relationship, right? So these subconscious relationship blockers, they aren't self-explanatory. They aren't results-oriented, right? Because they don't know what a subconscious blocker is. They don't have no result in their mind built around some subconscious blocker. So if you're spending all your time talking about subconscious blockers, you're losing them. They ain't even aware of the existence of a subconscious blocker. Am I making sense? But that's what a lot of us do. We focus on this little nuance that we love because we're the experts. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? when you're describing the problem you solve, use those criteria I just gave you, those 3 problems, right? Make sure that thing is results orientated. Make sure it's self-explanatory. Make sure it's relevant to them. And that's going to help you as you're fighting them, focus on how this problem affects your clients' lives in a visible, tangible, observable way. Am I making sense? And here's the second one. What specific, observable, right, positive experiences are they going to have after they purchase from you? Real question. Are they going to fit into their favorite outfit again? Are they going to have enough time to partake in all these activities that they enjoy? Are they going to be able to travel the world? Are they going to marry their soulmate? Are they going to hop out of bed feeling refreshed and energetic and continue to feel healthy all day, right? Listen to me. You always hear me say, if you're in the Kaizen Academy anyway, you always hear me say that whoever can describe the problem the best always creates the assumption that they have the best solution, right? Well, check it out. Just like that description of the problems, the description of the results needs to be self-explanatory. It needs to be focused on these detectable, detectable, observable, day-to-day experiences they'll have, right? It needs to be centered on things they already know they need, centered on things they already know they want. Am I making sense? So here are 4 questions that I got for you. That's exactly right. I got to demonstrate how the product will affect people's lives. Appreciate that. So here are some questions. That's what we all been waiting for, that can kind of help you improve your sales conversations and help you improve your marketing materials. Write these down in your notes. Take it real serious. Yeah, good morning, Connie. Glad you made it in, Queen. Take these serious. Write them in your power book. Teach this to your coworkers, your teammates, your counterparts, the people you networked with at that last event where you like, oh man, you know what? Here's what I want to bring to our mastermind group. I got 4 questions that we can use to improve our conversation. Let's hold each other accountable to this. Remember, we've been talking about accountability partners and all that, right? Even if you're not in the Kaizen Academy, we're here to link you with an accountability partner. It's called Millionaire Minded. You know, we want you to link up with the different people in the comments, like, vibe out with them. That's why we have you say where you're from, what city you're in. Get an accountability partner, and let's discuss these 4 questions. Here's the first one. Is this phrase self-explanatory? Even if you've never heard of my industry, even if you've never heard of me, even if you've never heard of my product, you've never heard of my company, is this phrase self-explanatory? That's question number 1. Here's question number 2. You ready? Here's question number 2. What up, Candy? Candy B in the house. Houston, Texas up in here. Question number 2. Is this selling point or benefit what my clients are actually longing for? Right? Or is it just a means to an end? Remember the subconscious blocker example for people that are looking for good relationships? They got these subconscious blockers. And think about a subconscious blocker, and you're going on and on and on about it. They don't give a damn. They want a wife. They want a husband. They don't give a damn about no, right? So is what you're talking about an actual benefit? No. That's not the right way to say it, because getting rid of subconscious blockers is an actual benefit. But is it something they care about, right? Or is it just a means to an end? Am I making sense? All right, King of Prussia in the house. Appreciate that, Nakia B. Let's get it. That's right. So the first one is this phrase self-explanatory? And the second one, is my selling point a benefit? Is the benefit that I'm using for a selling point what they actually want, or is it a means to the end? That's the second question you need to ask yourself when you're looking at your headlines, when you're listening to your sales conversation, that if you're smart, you're going to record and then listen back to it, right? Here's the third one. Am I giving them a clear picture of the benefits they're going to receive? Am I giving them a clear picture of the benefits they're going to receive? This is important, y'all. A people without vision do what, y'all? What do a people without vision do? There's this big book about entrepreneurship that talks about it. A people without vision do what? Anybody know this one? Check it out. A people without vision perish, y'all. You hear me? A people without vision perish. So the reason I'm bringing that up to you is that I want you to ask yourself, are you giving them a clear picture of the benefits they'll receive? What problems they'll no longer struggle with in this crazy world? What their daily life will be like after I work with you? Like what's my life? How is my life going to change? And this should be something they can hear. This should be something they can touch. This should be something that they can taste or see. You know, they got to be able to actually picture themselves experiencing it. You got to give them the vision. A vision is always a what combined with a why, but you got to use all the senses. I dare you put more senses into your sales conversation. I dare you put more senses. And I'm not saying when you count the population, I'm saying senses, like your 5 senses, sight, hearing. But I dare you start to talk in that kind of language. How are they going to feel when they get that new house? How are they going to feel as they're driving that new car? How are they going to feel as they drop that extra weight? Man, you're going to feel so light on your feet. You know what I mean? You're just going to have this extra bounce in your step. One of my best friends lost blah, blah, blah pounds. And now, man, you can't stop this fool from wanting to work out. He's so proud of himself, right? Now the person starts to picture that in themselves. You know what I mean? I want you to, man, can you imagine how you're going to feel when you pull up in that thing? Like how they're going to look at you? Man, where's the first place you're going to go? Where's the first place you're going to go when you get your new car? Oh, yeah, you're going to pull up at your ex-girlfriend's house. Oh, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. And then what you do is you just take her out for coffee and then you bring her back home. You know, I'm just being stupid. But y'all get what I'm saying to you? How are you giving them a clear picture of what benefits they'll receive? How are you painting? How are you painting it? How are you painting it? Right? I could have used that example with some ladies. Are you going to pull up on your ex-boyfriend, you know? All right. And then number 4, the 4th marketing question to ask yourself that's going to make you more money, that's going to bring you in more clients is this one. Is the problem that I'm discussing something my clients already know they have, right? Is the problem that I'm discussing is something they consider a problem, right? Because it ain't a problem if you know her boyfriend's a jerk. It's not, she don't consider it a problem. So she's not listening to your solution. You know what I mean? Now you see clear as day. He ain't the one. But is this problem you're discussing something they know they have? Is this problem you're discussing something they urgently desire to solve? This is especially important, y'all. And I hope everybody's taking notes. But if you're in a situation with a client and this client, they might be aware of the symptoms that they're experiencing. They notice they got bad health. They notice that their finances are jacked up, or they notice that they keep having failed relationships, but they just don't know what the root cause is. What I'm saying is, are you discussing that problem, right? Are you discussing something they know they have and they urgently desire to solve it? Because people don't do what they should do. People do what's what? They do what's urgent. I'm just flexing on my ex. I remember that joint. So all I'm saying is using these 4 questions right here and keeping an eye out for these 3 problems, you can make sure you're talking about the things that people actually want to hear you talking about before they give you some money, man. Was that helpful? Was that helpful? All right, man. It's affirmation time, baby. We went a couple minutes over, but it's all good. It's all good. It's affirmation time. Let's get it. Right? And then let me see it in the comments. What problems are you running into with your marketing and with your sales? You can put it in the comments or you can respond to the last newsletter. Hey, Dave, you on the newsletter, bro? Y'all been on the newsletter? Go to millionaireminded.com, put your email in the box, and join the world's greatest newsletter you never heard of. I can tell people are enjoying it because our open rates are really climbing, and I'm so proud of that, man. sometimes a third of the list opens the email and clicks on stuff and all of that. It really makes me proud. It's like, Haziq, you know, all this work you putting in, somebody care, man. Like, you ain't just wasting your life force. You know what I mean? Like, people are getting something out of this, baby. You know what I mean? That's when you hug yourself. Good job, Haziq. They may not write you back and stuff from the newsletter you pour all this energy into, but good job, bro. No, but all jokes aside, I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you, y'all. Thank you very much. It's affirmation time. Let's get it. Yeah, millionaireminded.com. It's going down on the bottom, Dave. It's going down on the bottom. All you do is go to millionaireminded.com, or you can put in wearemillionaireminded.com. Right on, right on. All right, y'all, it's affirmation time. Affirmation time. If your number tries to make you pay money, then just text message call me to the same number, 667-776-WIN1, 667-776-9461. Or you can just say WIN1 when you're telling somebody else. It's the winner's hotline, 667-776-WIN1. And just text message call me to that number. I repeat after me, millionaires. Say it like you mean it.